Okay, I won't read the problem. I'll let the viewer read the problem. Here's the function. It tells you the volume of water that's left in the tank after t minutes. And if we find the derivative of that function, that will tell us how fast the volume is changing at given points in time. So one way to find the derivative is to apply the power rule. So 2 times the 4500, reduce the exponent by 1, so that 2 becomes a 1, and then we have to apply the chain rule, multiply by the derivative of the inside, which is just negative 1/50th. And if you multiply these factors together, you get a negative 180 out front, and 1 minus 1 over 50 times t. There's your derivative formula right there. So if we plug in values for t, we'll find out how fast the water is draining at that given point in time. So if we put 5 in for t, like I did right here, this is 1 minus a tenth, which is 9/10, and 9/10 times negative 180 is negative 162 gallons per minute. Okay, you can plug in 10, 20, and 50 to get the rates that the volume is changing at those points in time. Now, another way to write the first derivative is to distribute this negative 180. It's easier to see what the second derivative is after you do that. The second derivative, well, the derivative of negative 180 is 0. The derivative of 18/5 t is 18/5, which is 3.6. The units on the second derivative are gallons per minute. That's how fast the volume is changing over time, or the rate of change is changing over time. And that's always positive. This is actually the derivative of the first derivative. So that the fact that that's positive tells you that the antiderivative, or v prime, is always increasing. So the rate at which the volume is changing is always going from this negative value. Well, here's v prime of 0 right here, negative 180, and v prime of 50 is 0. And for all numbers between 0 and 50, this rate of change is always increasing. We're going from less negative, from a big negative to less and less negative until we hit 0. At the point where the water is drained, there's no change. Okay, so hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.